Acceleration assignment number 1. Motion diagrams, number 1 on your fill-in motion diagrams are picture descriptions of an object's motion. Here you can see 3 different scenarios where a car is moving. A, you can see between each picture there's an equal amount of distance, so that car would be moving at a constant rate. And B, you can see that the distance between the pictures of the car gets greater, so the car is increasing speed. And C, you can see that the distance between the car pictures is getting closer, so that car was decreasing speed. It is as if you took a picture every second. For example, if we took 4 pictures of this ball, every second we took a picture of a ball and lined all 4 pictures up, the ball is obviously not moving, it's in the same spot, so velocity is 0. In this scenario, we have constant velocity. We took 4 pictures of the skater as he skated by. Every second, he covered exactly the same distance. That would be constant velocity. Same thing with the sprinter. She took off when the gun sounded. After 1 second, she'd went a little bit. The next second, she went even further. The next second, even more distance. She's increasing her velocity. And you can see the last scenario better in this picture. Here's a car slowing down, decreasing velocity. It was going fast in that second, slower in that second, and then coming to a stop here. So a motion diagram, we can use dots to represent the motion of the object. Since we don't always have live footage or not always able to take pictures, we could use the dots over here. Here's the stationary ball. Here's the constant velocity. Those dots are the same distance apart. Here's the runner speeding up. Here is the car slowing down. So you have number 2 on your paper. You have A, B, C, and D. So on those, you can draw dots to represent the object's motion. So for example, in B, we could maybe okay, I think my pen is working now. So in B, we could draw dots underneath each person, and we look at the distance between those dots or the person, and that's constant velocity again. And C, the distance between the person each second or minute or whatever time interval it is increasing, so their speed or velocity is increasing. And in D, the distance between the dots or the images of the person is decreasing, therefore velocity or speed is decreasing. So on the next part, I've asked you to draw some of your own. Make motion diagrams just using dots of something that's constant velocity, increasing velocity, no motion, and decreasing. Remember, you can pause this whenever you want to. I'm going to keep moving on. So looking at the oil drips here, describe the motion of the car in A. So on the bottom of your paper, under number 3, list A, B, C, D, and E, and then describe the motion of each car. So pause the video now, list A, B, C, D, E, and describe the motion of each car. Remember, you're going to need to bring this paper to me when you're done, and I'm going to check all this stuff. So list A, B, C, D, E, and describe the motion. Pause it now. You should have determined that A was constant velocity, B was increasing velocity because the spots were getting further apart, C was decreasing velocity, D was constant velocity and then increasing, and E was slowing down, stopped, and then increasing. So decreasing velocity, stopped, increasing velocity. So the last thing I want you to do on the back is to read the directions at the top and do what it says. You're going to describe what could have happened in each scenario, 1, 2, and 3. For example, I gave you the second paragraph at the top. I have, for example, in number 1, the car slowed to a stop. So we're slowing down, stopped because there was something in the road. The driver removed the object, then sped back up after moving the object out of the way. So write a story, a description of what an object could be doing. In this case, it's a car with leaky oil again. So read the directions on the back, write your story for 1, 2, and 3, and bring your paper to me to be checked.